Repeat after me. If this random girl on the internet can do it with no skills, I can do it too. This was my first time attempting to draw this swan on a lake, so I'm not practiced by any means, but I'm just going to show you my process so that maybe you can do it too. You can use this if you want to try to do it easy, or you could use this if you're a little more ambitious and just sketch it out. I did it on this little notepad first because it just helps me build confidence, but you're going to see how awful the final look is and the fact that I still continued to do it on a canvas after that. Drum roll, please. Voila. You can spend more time sketching it out, or you can just say YOLO and do it on a canvas, which is what I did because I was doing this while my baby was napping. You can see here, I'm doing a slightly better job, but I made the beak a little too rounded. Don't do that. Okay, next step, underpainting, which is basically just using water and some paint to help make the highlights and the darker pieces stand out more, make it easier before you paint. Then you can go straight for white and just start to fill in what you had already traced out. I used a little bit of blue in the white. Then I checked my baby monitor. That is not an essential step, but you can do it. You know what? Someone should be napping. Your dog, your cat, whoever, your mom. Now keep going with the white. I just kept filling in my little swan, and I was using a mix of that darker white, bluey white, and the brighter white. This is all a base, and you're gonna keep adding more layers and just texture afterwards, which you can kind of see here. This one has a drop of brown, and that just gives it a little bit more depth. The fun thing about swans, which you might see in the pictures, is you can just do whatever. Like, they've got every kind of feather. You can do long feathers, little blobby ones. Just have fun with the brush strokes. And the more you do it and the more you layer, the better it'll look, as long as you're maintaining that lighter area and darker area and just having the brush strokes stay within that. So art is definitely a new hobby for me, and I was having a bit of a breakdown at this point. I sped it up a lot, so you can't tell exactly how long these pauses were, but I was looking at this like, what the hell is this? Like, this looks like a broken little white egg tadpole shark. Like, what am I drawing? But I am so glad that I kept going and kept recording because I think it turned out pretty good in the end. I don't know. If you don't think so, don't even comment anything. Just scroll now because I don't want to hear anything negative, only positive. Only praise. I'm speeding this up so that people aren't completely bored, but if you do kind of want to follow along, which I don't even know if it's really possible, but theoretically, you could also maybe slow it down or zoom in or whatever. But truthfully, the more you layer, the better it's going to look. Just have fun. And that's pretty much what I did, and it turned out okay. If you made it to this point, this is when things turn around. I got my little tiny itty bitty brush that I ordered on Amazon and I love so much. And then things started to actually look decent. So I just did a little tiny brush strokes all along with different colors to really bring out the feathers. Highly recommend that. There's kind of a jump scare in here because my phone died, so I wasn't able to record half of the brushes. Well, there it is. But anyways, just keep brushing, basically. Add a little bit of yellow on the neck, orange on the beak, and then you'll probably have something that looks something like this. If you hear grunting, it's my child, not me. Okay, now for the water. I already made a video about this and it looked a little different in that other video, but basically just do little squiggly lines. It probably is a little bit easier if you just paint around the swan first, but I wanted that unevenness that you can kind of see right here where there was already some darker patches just from the layering. Yeah, so just mix up some blues, put them in and around the dark parts, and you can keep going lighter. You can blur the corner, which is what I did with this little brush, and I thought it gave it a cool effect. We are almost done, so close. Literally just make a bunch of white and light blue right under the swan as a reflection and start adding white bits everywhere. I promise this won't take you nearly as long as you think, and you know, little trick, do it on a small canvas, and then people can't really see the imperfections. And if you do it and you still don't like it, my advice is usually just to kind of unfocus your eyes and blur it so that when you look at it, it looks way better. Anyways, that's all. What do you guys think?